Manscaped, the leaders in below the waistline grooming, because we know if you're going out there on these big days, these special occasions, trying to get a little action, and you're not up to par, it's JV. That's not varsity. It's not going to be working. You're going to get denied. You don't want that. But you know what'll get you the opposite of a rejection? What'll get you access? What'll get you that smile that you're looking for?
What's that?
The Ultra Premium Collection. We talked about it last time, right?
Yeah.
I started to go back in depth and bring all the props back out. You know what I mean? But it was like, no, we ain't gonna do that today. But this Ultra Premium Collection, the deodorant, the body wash, the 2-in-1 shampoo, conditioner. Can't forget about, that lip balm as well. With that, man, that'll always get you scoring the way you need to score. That'll always have your Valentine's Day feeling great, and ultimately just make you, life a lot easier and better, baby, because everybody loves a Manscaped person. So with that being said, we don't talk about you unless we got action for you. And that action is in the way of a promo code. MOATS. That's it. Get you 20% off and your free shipping worldwide, baby. Just like that. So stop wasting time. Don't have your Deke looking crazy out here. Make sure you take care of Deke, all right? Manscaped, shout out.
Whose window is more in trouble?
Ooh.
Rams or Bengals?
All right, I'm going to say Rams because their guys are already on second and third contracts. So money-wise, it impacts them a lot more.
Talking about hanging them up.
Right, because if Aaron Donald leaves, granted, you'll get a lot.
McVay would be devastating.
Yeah, McVay kills the whole process here. But if Donald were to retire, right, however much money is remaining on his contract, yes, you get that back. But the flip side is you lose an all-time great player. So I think of that, whereas like with Cincy, most of their guys are draft picks. Most of their guys are still homegrown. Jesse Bates and Joe Mixon are the two they got to take care of, but you could franchise tag one if you choose to and try to get a deal done with the other. Both play positions where you don't have to break the bank necessarily either, one being a running back, one being a safety, compared to if it was a corner, pass rusher, wide receiver, or quarterback. Those guys typically cost more. You have the young coach out there in Cincy who's not even flirting with any retirement talk, so you do feel like you have a lot more stability there. So I would say the Bengals have the larger window because most of their players, their star players, are on rookie contracts. Their head coach is still, super young, and none of those guys are talking about retirement. Whereas, like I said, even if, you hope that AD and McVay return if they choose to, but you have to acknowledge it. Yeah, it's like, man, is this a 1-year thing? They come out next year, AD got hurt, and he's like, you know what? This is why I ain't want to come back anyways. And then he walks off. Or they have a losing season. McVay is like, you know what? Now y'all going to try to come at my legacy here. I'm cool. I'm stepping out. And like, you just don't know. Because when a player starts talking retirement, typically, it's going to happen.
Now, if McVay stayed, if Donald stayed, I would say they might have the shorter near window, if that makes sense, but they'd be able to bounce back to the heights that they were this year. But you're right, I don't know if they're coming back. I think the best way to put it is stability with the Bengals. But here's why I don't really like the Bengals is because of the rest of the AFC. And then you might have to pay Joe Burrow this offseason. I don't know how he's going to handle this to where, man, I don't want to come back on my rookie deal. You saw what I just did.
Because he's 3 years in now, right?
No, that's 2.
No, so they can't do it until after
they can't even do it
after 3. Yep.
Okay.
See, because they put that rule in. That was in that lockout too when they put that rule in because they wanted to. I don't want to say they just wanted to regulate it a little bit more. I forgot the reasoning behind that 3rd year though, but they said that you can't extend before 3.
Oh, so yeah, Lamar probably would have done it after his MVP season.
Right. So that's the biggest reason why. So that's why I'm like, if you're Cincy, you got time. Because you don't have to deal with him. You don't have to deal with Jamar Chase. Like, you have 3. That's why Joe Mixon is another one. It was like, he had to wait a little bit. Now, granted, they've already, spent some more time with him. But that 3rd year is where you can start negotiating. That's why Deontay Johnson, another guy, right? We talk about here in Pittsburgh. It's always after 3. That's when you're allowed to do those extensions.
I think the best way to put it for the Bengals, they could stay relevant longer just because they're going to be able to keep Joe Burrow. Whereas with Rams, who knows, man? Yeah, it all falls apart.
I was about to say, how old is Stafford? Maybe how much longer is he playing? Do we know his window right now?
He's
because I haven't
33.
heard anything from him, right? But he hasn't flirted with any retirement talk, correct?
No, not from what I'm hearing.
Okay.
But here's what's interesting: is Stafford another quarterback that's available if McVay's gone?
I mean,
there's no way if McVay leaves, he wants to stick around.
Why would you? Then you're in Detroit all over it. Well, not to the same extent, but
you just don't know. You don't know what's happening out there.
the whole the retirement talk really caught us all by surprise because their age and talent and productivity typically doesn't equate to retirement
They
talk.
both make 100% sense though when you talk about where they're at in their lives.
Dude.
McVay getting married, he said he wants to have a family and trying to coach at the level he's been. Probably not.
I'm telling you firsthand, you can't do both. not be as involved as you want to be with your wife and your kids. Seeing it firsthand, nah, bruh. You can make it work. I'm not saying you can't make it work because obviously coaches have successful families and children and things like that, but just intimate knowledge, intimate details with various coaches at different levels. It's bro, it is a burden. It is very, very difficult to do it at that level, especially, man. Yeah.
Stafford, though, could be a name to watch out for. I think he has one more year left on his contract.
Yeah.
Off right now looks like a huge bargain because actually
we'll see though because
up.
like I said, I know they're going to want to extend him. I think I want to say that I've already seen the reports that they are already going to plan to extend him.
If you're him, you don't sign that deal until you know McVay's back.
I'm with you, yeah, because you ain't about to be locked in that thing.
Dude, still, even if McVay is back next year, you're right. Who's saying he's back the following year? I don't think these coach gurus are just growing on trees too.
I agree.
It's not that simple.
If you're Stafford right now, we're offering you a 5-year deal.
$20 million.
Are you taking 5-year deal? Or
that's what I mean.
Yeah, or are you hitting them with the give me the cousins? Let me get that. Let me get a 2-year or 3-year with an option. You know what I mean?
I think you do too. I think you do a 1-and-1. I think you do an NBA type of thing. Dude. I'm here as long as McVay's here.
Yeah, I need one with a player option.
I think that's what you do.
Seriously, man.
Well, wait, actually, let me see. Is he up right? No, it is 2022. What am I looking at here? I'm looking at career earnings. I'm sorry, not contract details. So he is...
Well, Malachi said he's coming here to wear number 7.
No way.
He's a Super Bowl champ now. He's just like 7.
Am I off on this? I don't know how they do this, but I think, 2023, unrestricted free agent. But his contract this year was $20 million.
That's a bargain.
It's a huge bargain.
That is a bargain.
Well, he signed that massive deal.
That was like
back
a couple years ago,
2017. So he was probably one of the top 3 quarterbacks getting paid, top 5 getting paid then. But then the cap increases. You see some of these other quarterback deals that are just inflating everything. Yeah. That's a huge bargain.
Nah, very
probably
true,
one of the reasons they won, man. He was the perfect guy to trade for.
Yeah.
Probably couldn't trade for a dude that was making $40 million. Yeah. Now I don't think any of those guys were necessarily on the market because that would have been Mahomes. Watson, he's obviously not on the market.
But at the time when this trade happened, I don't feel like everybody necessarily was so gung-ho that Stafford was officially going to be on the market. I think it was speculation that it could because of the coaching changes out there, but no one knew that the Rams would part with Jared Goff. Think about when they asked about the whole Goff situation, he's like, yeah, he's on the team. He's our quarterback right now. And it's like, man, up until then, there was no reason to believe otherwise until it actually happened. So, yeah, it's definitely something to look into, though, a little bit.